Hi guys, it's Erin, and I'm here with another Project Life Sunday, and this will be March for 2016. And I'm actually using the April kit from Cocoa Daisy because I don't know if you watched the videos, but the April kit was all bright and sunshiny, and that seemed to fit my photos for this month. And the next month, it's more like woodsy and reminded me more of Big Bear and traveling. And in April we went to Yosemite and stuff like that, and it just seemed more to fit with that kind of road trip thing. So I switched them. You know, I had the luxury of, since I'm so far behind, to just go ahead and switch them. And here you can see the photos. I printed out all of my photos on, I was going to cut them on camera, but it was a waste of time. I printed out all my photos in 2.5 by 2.5, so they're small. And then I had extra spaces when I put out all the cards that I could actually use, so I'm filling them in with paper from the kit. You get four pieces of exclusive paper from Cocoa Daisy in your kit. So I'm just filling those out, and like I said in the last video, I don't really have a way of setting up my tripod so you can see the whole 12 by 24 foot inch thing. Yeah, that would be really big. 12 by 24 inch spread. So I'm going to do the best I can. There's not a whole lot I can fix about that. I'm sorry. I haven't done one of these voiceovers in a while, so basically, doing the whole month for me has gotten a little difficult just because I got so far behind, and then I don't remember what happens as much. So I need to either make notes or something, because Facebook changed how they did their user interface. So you used to be able to click month by month and go see through your wall what you've done and all of that stuff, and see all of your posts and everything. And now the only way to do it is to either download the entire thing, or you can download the entire thing and be able to see just your posts and stuff like that. Or you can look at your activity log. But even if you separate it out to just my posts, it's still everything you posted on. So if you commented on something, if you liked something, if you are very active on social media instead of just on your wall, it's really annoying to try and go through. And I'm having a hard time finding my journaling, because that's where all my journaling came from. I didn't have to make notes. I had Facebook right there. I'm on Facebook all the time. And now that that's gone, I'm having a really hard time remembering what happened. And like I said with January, like, I totally didn't even get to include the fact that we got new phones, which is huge, because Mike never had a data phone, and I haven't had one that's actually, good before. So, that was big, and it didn't get included because I totally forgot about it. And, Facebook's not there to tell me these things anymore. So I either have to make sure that I work faster and keep up with things, or I have to make notes of my own, and put them somewhere so that I can see them. And, if you have any ideas on what's the best way to do that, because a lot of the apps and stuff are gone. I don't use my phone as much as other people do, so I'm not, sitting there with the Project Life app or anything. I've never used that. I don't have anything set up for anything like that. But if you have any ideas for someone that's basically sitting at their computer 24/7 unless they're asleep, that would be helpful if you wanted to comment. Or just commiserate with sharing your experiences of totally forgetting your journaling and then having to fill out way too many journaling cards. Here, I thought you would find this interesting. This is just my mixing plate for my watercolors, and I'm just dipping in the water and using whatever paint is left over and getting a sort of, getting a wash of color on there. Because I thought, most of the cards are watercolor anyway, so, I thought that would go in nicely, and it would kind of get rid of some of the constant white. So that's what I did for several cards, actually, to just, brighten them up and mingle them together without, all of that white everywhere. because it is March, and while we did get snow, it's still, the kit is very bright with color, and it was kind of strange to have so many stark white cards, but I think you're supposed to be using the other filler cards, and I just don't. So, I mean, when I do the video, you see that I flip things over, and it's all just the blank cards that I end up using. And here as well, I was just coloring the sticker, so it had that on there. I'm not going to be able to include that card, though, because that actually happened in April. So, yeah. That card, once the video cuts, it's gonna go bye-bye. But, yeah. That's my Christmas presents from my mother. She sent them before we went because, like, it was a huge box, and it's good because we wouldn't have been able to bring it home. But, yeah. So, as you can see, I can't work on the whole 24, so I'm just kind of making it so you can see at least one part of the layout, and I'm just adding a little bit of green, a little bit of yellow, whatever is left over in the mixing plate to make it not so white. And then I'm trying to include as much as I can on these cards. That photo is a photo of my computer screen as I'm writing, because I finally got a really good idea, and I'm 170,000 words into a new story. Well, it's not new, but it's new for March. So I'm 170,000 words into that, and it's not quite finished. It's nearing finishing. It might top out at 215 or somewhere around there, but yeah, that's my writing setup, because I had to have music playing, like calming chill step music, but I had to have the what do you call it, the visualizer, where you can get iTunes to show you, it does like colors and movement and stuff behind to the music, to the beat of the music. Because otherwise I would just sit and stare and, get all ADHD and totally lose my concentration on what I was trying to write, because it would be like, oh, I wonder what Facebook is doing, or I wonder what Instagram is doing, which is stupid because 2 seconds ago it was doing nothing. So it's still doing nothing, but I'm just wasting time. So a lot of this month involved me taking photos of the dog because, gosh darn it, he's cute. I mean, look how cute he is. He's just a tiny little black dot there, but he's so cute when he's doing it. He says, I'm cute as a black dot. You can't even, but, and also photos of us cleaning. So those other 2 photos there are of organizing the closet that I used to have my scrap space in. It wasn't my computer space at the time like it is now, where they're both together, and there's a video for that if you need to see it. But back then it was just my craft desk, and it was a 2x4 little desk that was put into the closet. But, we moved me out of there so that I could actually craft while Mike is asleep and everything, because he has to go to work. And here's my craft space right there. In that teeny tiny photo that you can't see. So yeah, we moved it out of there, and then we filled it with a whole just bunch of junk. I mean, it went insane of, well, there's no reason to keep this clean anymore. Aaron's not in there, so let's just fill it with a bunch of crap. And then his parents were coming, and I didn't want an entire closet full of crap, so we organized it so it looks a lot nicer. And here I added all the journaling, and I'm trying to see if I can include some more embellishments, that whole thing I was talking about last week with the, trying to embellish more, and it's really hard on video game photos, but it should be normal on regular photos, because, I mean, that's what we're used to with scrapbooking our family and all that stuff. But, again, it's pictures of the dog because he's cute. And then organizing photos, which, how do you embellish organizing photos? Apparently, the way you do that is you put little puffy sequins on there and stickers that say, hey there. So at least that's how I do it. I mean, if you figured out a better way to embellish organizing photos, you go ahead and let me know, because gosh darn it, I have no idea. So here's a closer look at this side, and then I'll give you a photo of the spread later. But here's a closer look at this side, and you can see the journaling and how I actually did end up using a bunch of those filler cards because I didn't know what else to put in there. It's the same thing where, like, I've lost the journaling, so I don't know what all was going on. And I really need a better way to take notes or something, because, I used to have those cards of, oh, I was listening to this, or, oh, I was watching that. And I think I included that on one of the cards somewhere, but not as detailed as it used to be. That's bugging me. So this side is the left side, and it's got the title card, so that helped me a bit. I moved this card with the flowers on it, and I added some of that paint, and I'm gonna put relax on there so it's more like a filler card, and then choose happy is also a filler card because that's literally something I would never say. Um, but it was the only one that fit, and it didn't look terrible, and it included the pink because there's pink in the cup that my mom bought me. It's one of those super cold cups, like you could put ice in it, and you'd have the ice all day. Even if it was 75 in your house, you'd have the same ice. Yeah, it's really cool. The other thing I wanted to say, among several thousand is the little washi tape from American Crafts. You think it's going to be great. It's really fun to use, and I really enjoyed using it on these spreads. As you can see, it's all over the place. But the stick on it is crap. So if you want to sew it down or put extra glue or something, because the stickiness on it is just not good. But, does the cuteness make up for it? Kind of. So, well, that's it for this month, and so thank you for watching. Bye-bye.